Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments for August 10th. Let's jump right into our charts and take a technical look at today's action. First up, we got our October live cattle on the board. Today we did see a fairly constructive day here for this live cattle market. Bids coming in off that opening range today, seeing some nice upside early, rallying up towards the high of the day at 227.75. Good upside there early. Then the last half of the day, we did see this thing just kind of balancing out on either side of 227. But a good start here for the bulls for the week. Still got a lot of work to do before we start talking about any sort of sustained upside or uptrends. Bulls need to get a nice strong finish back above 230 here, preferably on heavy volume, to confirm any sort of trend reversal and get this market back on track to the upside. So we still got a lot of work to do here from a bullish standpoint. In the meantime, expect this market to continue to battle it out here in the mid to high 220s. Sellers got active up there at that 50-day average last week, so we want to be cautious of that as we still could see some more selling pressure coming into this market. At the moment, the bulls do have a good start here for the week, but if they aren't able to get any momentum back above today's high or any sort of follow through from today's action, we should see these sellers take another run back down here towards last week's low. The downtrend still remains intact here at the moment until we can get back above 230, so continue to be defensive, be cautious here, let this market get a nice strong finish here back above this 230 line before we really jump in front of this thing and get back on track to the upside. In the meantime, we could see some continued choppy action here. If this market does continue to creep back down here and fail back below last week's low, this downtrend should resume and continue to put some pressure back down here on this 217 to 220 area. Next up, September feeders on the board. Today was a pretty quiet day here for the September feeder contract, probably the weakest of the bunch here as we were down about 85 cents on the day. We did see these back months here dating out to November 26 out into spring 27, all gaining between about $1.20 and $1.50 on the day. So a little bit more relative strength there in those back months, while these October and September contracts were just kind of hanging steady right around Friday's range. We did see this market with a nice little rally there off that open today, briefly getting some attempts back above 345.5 before settling back to 44. We did see this market gathering some decent support though at last week's point of control. Good support here, nice strong finish for the bulls, not back up here near these highs, but good consolidation here late, showing like this market's contracting, tightening up, and looking to take another run back up here against 350. This market has continued to defend these range lows, even though it's gotten a little bit slippery at times throughout the course of the year. This market continues to defend this 335 to 340 area, and at the moment we continue to see the bulls put up a nice fight down here. Look for this market to continue to battle it out. We need to get some bids back above today's high to get another run back at 350. If this market's able to get a nice strong close back above that 50-day average, we should see this thing stay range bound and take another run back up here towards these range highs. Continue to watch volume here in the September and October contract. We are getting close, so we could be seeing rollover here before the end of the week, but if not, next for sure. So continue to watch that. We'll monitor that as well and let you know when that rollover process starts happening. In the meantime, this cattle market's looking like it's trying to fight back. Bulls are stepping in. We're still not out of the woods yet, but we are starting to see some signs of life from the buyers here, and we want to see them get some good follow through and closes back above some key levels before we really get comfortable with some upside. In the meantime, look for this market to continue to battle it out, be defensive, and wait for some more strength before we jump on top of this thing. Next up, December corn futures. Pretty quiet day here. This market is hanging out inside of 460 to 465. Tight little range day here, hanging out right around these averages. At the moment, this market is waiting on a WASDE report that's going to be coming out on Wednesday, so not expecting much action here from this corn market until we can get that news to hit. In the meantime, look for some more choppy action here. This is a pretty directionless market. Don't be betting heavy on anything. Manage your risk if you are going to be getting in front of that WASDE report. In the meantime, look for this choppy action continue. And we'll have to wait and see what that WASDE report brings. And until then, we should just see some more choppy action. Next up, crude prices, seeing some nice upside here to start off the week. We did see this market opening up right around 78.5 on the Sunday night open. Not really seeing any downside as this market just saw a nice strong push right up here towards last week's high at 82.33. We did close right on top of that bull pivot here, so we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow's action brings. Early bids or any sort of opening range breakouts back above 82.33 should get this market moving back up towards 87. Reclaiming this $87 level will be an important one for crude. If we do get a nice close back up here above 87, look for this thing to take another spike back up here into the mid 90s towards $100. We could see this thing get a little volatile once again if we do get back above 82 and 87. These are going to be some key levels to watch. At the moment, we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow's action brings. This market continues to bleed out here last week as it settled back down towards $75. We expect to see that continue, but if we do see this market reclaim 82.30 and 87, we could see some more spikes and some more volatility here, and let this market pop back up there in the $90 range. And last but not least, our equity markets seen a pretty quiet day. Tight range days here across each one of our indexes. Dow hanging out inside of Friday's range. Nasdaq hanging out there as well near the top end. The S&P just kind of hanging steady here right around 7,800. Not a whole lot to be said. We kind of had some mixed action here in our mega cap names today. Some upside, some downside, but not a whole lot of real constructive action here. This market just seeing kind of some mixed results here to start off the week. This market is also, or these indexes are also waiting on a pretty heavy news week. We've got jobs reports, employment, PPI, CPI, all that sprinkled in throughout the week, so we could see some of those news reports kind of move the needle here. But at the moment, we did see a nice week last week in each of our indexes. S&P and the Dow back to all-time highs. The Nasdaq not too far off. We need to see the Nasdaq reclaim 30,000. It should be pretty smooth sailing to the upside. In the meantime, we got nice uptrends here shaping up in all of our indexes, except for the Nasdaq. We got to wait for 30K to clear. In the meantime, this market continues to see better participation. Decent action from our mega caps here. At the moment, looking like a nice little uptrend shaping up. I'll have to wait and see what the rest of the week brings, but so far this uptrend continues to roll. Tight little range day here, showing that volatility is dying down, and we should just see some pretty smooth sailing back towards these all-time highs. That's all we got for the week, or that's all we got for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.